Yeah, I got you, dude. Don't worry.
I'm just generally.
Fireworks.
I don't know, man. I'm all for global warming. Humans kind of suck.
I kill myself at least twice a week.
The $5 footlong only specifies one dimension.
Can't really say much, but I'm going down with something.
I'm connected to the server! I'm connected!
Let's go!
One.
And we're good.
All right, welcome everyone to episode number 8 of the Founding Fathers podcast. Today we've got a total of 5 voices on the microphone. Count them 5. We've got 2 special guests never before seen on the podcast. We've got Tyler and Nick, Patrick's cousins.
Hello.
How you all doing?
Great.
Amazing.
Awesome to hear.
Eating leftover candy from Christmas.
Hey, that's the way to
Love
go.
Mm-hmm.
And how you doing, Mr. Carson?
I'm not special, apparently.
No, you're not. You've already been on the podcast before, so you're not.
I thought every day was special with you, but I guess it's
Okay.
still feel the same.
It's fine. I'll make it up to you later in the episode.
Oh,
But
okay.
But yeah, so Patty, how do you feel about having, I guess, your guests, like, outside of our mutual friends? How would you say, how would you feel about this?
Awful. Absolutely awful. No, I'm kidding. No,
I was
it's
thinking you
awesome.
might say like exciting or something.
Well, I
Hurt
mean,
my
like-
feelings with that.
I mean, between how many times I mentioned either my cousins here to you all or you all to, Tyler and Nick here, like, I feel like it's meant to be, Had
It's
to happen at
amazing
some
that
point.
we haven't already done this, yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly.
I feel like I've always heard about you guys, of course, good things, but I've never,
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever met you all. So it's pretty cool.
It is.
Good to meet you all,
Yes.
finally. I noticed something in your room, Tyler. The what are they called? Bibs from running? Are you
Mhm.
are you the cousin that runs? I guess.
Yes, I am. I'm the cousin that runs.
Cool.
Yeah, I had my camera over here, and
Yeah.
you could see that way, but now it's this way. Yeah, I have. Yeah, they're all up there.
How many races do you think you've done roundabout?
I don't know. Probably into the hundreds, but probably not that many. Maybe
That's cool.
over under 100, give or take,
Yeah.
15.
Close.
I don't know.
Does that include
Yeah.
school as well? When you were still doing it from middle school as well?
Yeah, so from 7th grade to last year when I dropped out of school. But whole separate story. But yeah, I did a race after that. It was actually an ultra marathon. So one of those is actually that's the bib that's right in front over there. First
What makes it so
ultramarathon.
ultra?
The fact that it's longer than a marathon distance, and this one was on trails, not on roads.
Interesting.
Okay.
What's the longest race you've done?
It was that one. It ended up being 50 miles. It was a 9-hour race. So
Wow.
I managed
I
to
was
do
at
50
home the
miles in
entire
9
time.
hours.
Nice.
I woke up by the time he was ending it, so
Nice.
Mind
Oh,
you,
that's
I was
cool.
ending it at 5:30 p.m.
Wow. So what's your, I guess, main thing, Nick? What are you into the most? If Tyler's into running,
theater.
theater. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's
What is that, in school or outside?
yeah, that was I joined theater junior year because my friends were like, "Hey, you should do this. We need more guys."
Yeah.
Right, and I was just like, "All right, maybe I'll try it out." And then the time came around, and I got to the auditions, and they were in a week. And the theater director came up to me and was like, "Hey, we need more guys, and if you don't do this, I'm gonna give you detention." So I just
Yeah.
kind of looked at him, and I was like, "All right, I'll do it." So I ended up doing it, and then like that year, I got a lead role in what like Shelton High does. It's like this little thing called adaptations. Each class puts on a little play, and that year, junior year, I got a lead role, and I was like, oh, this is really fun. So I just kept doing it. But at the end of junior year, COVID hit, so we weren't able to do anything. So like I haven't done anything since. But now, ever since I graduated, I direct with my old directors, the new freshmen.
Okay.
And we just finished that up like last month.
That's fun. What was
Yeah.
like your favorite production that you did?
Definitely my first one. It was called Our Cinderella Story.
Okay.
It was really fun, but it was also kind of like cringy, you know. There's like the small cringy parts about it. And the most cringeworthy part was definitely my character's name, because I was playing like the Prince Charming, right?
Okay.
Like the modern day Prince Charming, and his name was Chad Montgomery. So like going up on stage and being called Chad for like 3 nights straight was the most hilarious and cringeworthy thing I could ever think of. But it was also really amazing because it was like
May
the
I
first
butt
one I
in for a
did.
second?
Yeah.
I'm gonna butt in for a second and say, so he was playing a Chad in that play, and he got to wear like a varsity jacket, or not a varsity jacket. Oh, he wore a varsity jacket because, you know, he was like a Chad, he was like a jock, and he ended up wearing my varsity jacket. Mind you, no Chad is wearing a varsity jacket from a cross country runner and a track runner. So
it had the pins on it from when he was still doing it, like all the little badges, and then it had our last name on the other side. So I was just like, I'm taking this. And he was just, go ahead. Like, he didn't need it anymore. Like, after high school, there's no point in having a varsity jacket.
Yeah. Of course.
Dude,
Nice.
just imagine.
Alex,
being
where
named
is your
Chad.
varsity jacket?
Oh,
I don't know. I didn't get one,
it's in
dude.
the closet over here.
You didn't get one?
No.
I know a lot of people did, but I didn't
Yeah,
know.
I was like, F that. You know,
I respect your
didn't want
decisions.
any part of that. No,
I respect it.
that was like $70, I think, to purchase one of those. So I just kind of didn't even think twice about it, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's cool if you like it, if you're into that thing. But I wasn't into it. At least the style that they had for us. But yeah, I actually did theater a little bit as well, I think. In like elementary school days, like
Okay.
4th and 5th grade. I mean,
You like crew?
Bro, I'd still count that. That was cool. Wait, were you in that, Carson? I think you were in that, right?
I was the props people. I would
Wait a
like
minute.
run in like the different, like I would change all the settings around and take the props in.
You talking about like the what was the play? The
Beauty and the Beast was one of them.
No,
The
there's
one
two
that
others
Patrick was
too.
there for was like something about 3 little ducks or something.
Well, there was
Carson
the
wasn't
ugly
there that
duckling.
year. That's
The
what
ugly
it was,
duckling, and then there was Annie. My dad built the beds for that.
Oh, I do
Yeah.
remember Annie now.
You know what?
And then in 5th grade, we did Beauty and the Beast.
See, I wasn't there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you left us for greener pastures.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, Patrick, when you were just talking about your dad, like, what did he build? The beds, you said?
He built the beds for the play Annie in when I was in 4th grade or something like that. Yeah.
What is it? The lockers that you guys gave to Shelton High? They're still sitting in the back of the theater.
Oh yeah.
We
We were
still
supposed to
use
get
them.
those back, but
Yeah, no,
he
they're
just
not
hung
gonna
on
give
to
it
them.
back.
So I was like, oh okay, that's cool.
I love like seeing them back there because like they're barely touched. They never get used in anything else besides like small plays.
Oh really?
And like I just look at them back there and I'm like, they could have had those back.
Yeah.
like no, there's no use for them.
Yeah.
Although I
They're
don't know
like
if we would have
broken
made
now.
better use. Oh, are they?
Yeah, like people kept on like ripping them out. Like what is it when you it's like the ones where you tug up and like pull back.
Oh yeah.
So like a couple of the doors don't even have those anymore because they just like popped off
Damn.
whenever someone tried to tug on them.
You're tugging with much force, huh?
Speaking of your dad, I guess, Patrick. We were talking a little bit on before the podcast about how to pronounce your all's last name. So I was wondering how you all pronounce your last name.
This is an argument within our own family on how to pronounce it.
I wouldn't say argument.
I heard about that.
It's a little bit of an argument. Like we go back and forth. It's like either it's Pinot. It's like
Yeah.
everyone says something different.
There's
You
one
know?
definite consensus where the end of the name is like O because it's French, like the EAU sound. It makes an O sound. I mean, it's not like I took 6 years of French or anything. Just saying. But yeah, when someone asks me how to pronounce it, I'm like, I mean, like personally, I'm not too picky about it. Like, I just tell them the way I say it, but like, it's whatever.
Yeah, it's like whichever way you say it, it doesn't matter as long as you say it like kind of correct.
Right, yeah.
Some respect on my name.
Yeah, I kind of alternate between the two. You know, I say
Yeah.
Pinot sometimes, I say Pinot sometimes, just whatever feels natural. But
Interesting.
I always say Pinot.
yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, like that's the only way I say it.
Yeah.
And our
Why?
our French teacher argued it, saying that we were like I was saying it wrong, and I was just sitting there like, no,
Oh, really?
I'm gonna say it how I say it.
I don't know how she could say that's wrong because I don't know, man. It's a
But that's the
uphill
thing, like
battle.
in
I'm not gonna
French,
win.
like an I is pronounced E, so like P no, and then the EAU is pronounced O.
I guess
So
it
like
could
that's
also
how I
be
interpret it.
P.
Yeah, I mean I know, but like when it's like I don't know, that's just what I learned in French, so I just
Wait.
kind of went with that.
So never mind.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
You started doing circles around my head. And I don't know.
Okay, it's okay. Just think about it. What is so Pinot is French then, or Pinot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peanut?
I can't even. Now I'm confused. So where does the Irish come from that I've heard about, or is that from your mom's side, Patty?
No, the Irish is actually, at least in my case, it's my dad's mother and both of my mom's
Yeah.
parents. So it's like I'm like at least a majority Irish.
Okay.
We're like the
the-
opposite.
Yeah.
We have the
Oh, yeah.
Irish through our shared grandmother, but that's like it's not like the only Irish, but it's like very little bit. We're not mostly Irish.
Gotcha. Cool. What is like a Pinot? I'm just gonna say Pinot because that's how I'm used to saying
Yeah,
it.
yeah, don't
fine.
overthink it.
What's your what would you say is like a family get together? Like what does that look like? Because I've heard some crazy stories from Patty. How would you all describe it?
Drinking.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
the adults, like
Yeah,
Just
not
one-
so much on our end, but yeah, definitely a lot of
bonfires,
intoxicated
barbecues.
adults. Yeah.
Yeah. And then a lot of food.
hmm
Like it's always like there's more small snacks than there are like main courses.
Oh yeah.
It's like we always snack, but that's it. And then like the other side of that, it's like the adults go up and talk, and then like the kids just go down and like do the stupidest, craziest shit ever.
Yeah.
Like record videos in Patrick's basement. Like that's one of the main things that we've done for a while.
Oh yeah.
That's fun. Like make little productions.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess
yeah.
I guess you're probably on the lead role there, Nick. In the videos.
And one of them, which is like my favorite one, was the handicap training day, is what we called it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Where Patrick
How old
recorded
were we?
while Tyler was basically rolling me around in a wheelchair up and down the streets,
Mhm.
just pushing me around. And there were like small things like here and there, and that was
Yeah.
that. It was kind of like we made it into a trailer.
Yeah, mind you, this was several years ago. I still have the
Yeah.
trailer on my computer right now. If
Oh,
if
God.
for whatever reason anyone wanted to see that,
I wouldn't be opposed. You know,
I would be.
you would be okay.
No, no,
Are
no.
you in
I'm
it,
kidding.
Patty?
I'm
Or
kidding.
are you the
No,
cameraman?
I'm the cameraman in that instance. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me see.
So was that ableist?
Good
One
question.
could argue that a little bit. One could argue that. And in response, I'll say that we were young, and that's my rebuttal. That's it. That's all I got.
So young people can't be emotionally intelligent and understand when things are just not okay.
I'd like to think that in terms of pleading my case.
If this ever
But
came up
I'm
in
gonna-
court, I'm pleading insanity.
I'm pleading the fifth, sixth, and seventh.
Uh,
I haven't seen it in a while.
I don't know if I want to see it.
I know.
There are a lot of
feel like
videos on there I don't want to see.
all three of you look a little skeptical or hesitant.
Yeah, let's see if I could pull it up.
So
Alright.
on this background on screen, why did you use screws in the corner instead of nails, Patrick?
That is a good question. So, that is a good question. I thought it looked good. I was like, hey, I have the ability to make these look like screws. Let me do it. But now that I
I don't
think
think
about
the
it,
founding fathers had power tools.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
trying to get at.
realistically speaking, I think nails would have also been easier to drive in. But
The drive-in, like the movie theater?
yeah, drive-in movie theaters.
I've
What does
never
that have to
been
do with
one.
screws and nails?
What a great time those were.
They need to
I
bring
get
those
screwing
back.
and nailing, but screws and nails?
Yeah, dude.
Not funny, it's fine.
No, it's okay.
You got a little chuckle. That's it, though.
That's a pity laugh.
that's,
Don't
uh,
talk
Pity
about
chuckle.
that.
If you can't find it, that's all good. Or if you're just stalling.
no,
Oh,
I
like,
got
because
it.
he doesn't want to.
No, he doesn't got it.
Let's see. Just want to make sure that.
He's coming through his terabytes of footage he never uploads.
Yeah, I got terabytes of it. Trust me, I got.
Records
Okay.
everything and doesn't post anything.
I'll get to it.
You've been
Don't worry
saying
about
that for 3 years.
Don't worry about it. I'll get to it.
You've had 10 videos ready for 3 years and I haven't seen but one.
I think that's his retirement objective or something.
Exactly.
He'll do it once he retires.
All right.
No,
let's
he's
see.
Living
smart.
on Social Security.
This way he doesn't have to keep coming up with content. He always has content at his
Right.
disposal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of my
It's like the
subscribers
X-Files.
can. Yeah. All right. Let's see here.
Let's not see here.
Kind of afraid to activate that though. I don't know.
We've had the audience at the edge of the seat here. We got to watch the video now.
All right, let's see if this actually hopefully this activates the right one. Just in case I'm going to have any sensitive information closed out. We'll see what it is.
Activate.
Okay,
the
there
Home
we
heck?
go.
address.
There we go.
Activate.
Oh,
You know-
dang. We got a whole. What's that one screen called? That screen, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think it's PG-13. I don't know if I'm old enough to watch this.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be
Yeah.
kind of sketch here. All right, let's see if it comes through real quick on the audio. I don't know if it will or not, but no. Hang on, I got this. Let's see here.
I'm just waiting for like the THX sound.
Scare me out of my seat. Rip my earbuds out.
I mean, you guys can continue talking about something if you'd like. Feel like
Nope,
this is a
we're
lot of
always watching
pressure.
you right now.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I'm just watching you.
It's a lot of pressure here.
I've always wanted to
gotta-
try. I've always.
What? Where did that just come from?
I think I got confused there because I had the stream.
And
volume
yeah,
on,
it's
so I was
doubling.
like hearing two conversations. I was like,
Oh.
yeah, I got a question though, Tyler. What is your like mile time?
Well, I haven't run one in forever. But, like 4:30.
Wow, nice.
Okay, what's your mile
like-
time for like the pace over the whole marathon?
The ultra marathon, I did like. I mean, because I had to pace it correctly, it was like 11:30. It was like 11 minutes and 30 seconds per mile.
You
Because
average
I'd
that
go
for
for,
all
like,
50?
Yeah, so for like 9 hours.
That's
straight,
kind of insane.
Yeah, that's great actually.
yeah, relatively speaking.
I don't know if I could do that fast for a single mile. I don't think
could
I'd
probably
make it a
definitely do 12
mile. I
minutes
think
per
I might
mile.
like cramp up and fall. I don't know
Well,
if I'd make it.
You
If
could
you're
probably.
walking, if you're walking at like 3 miles an hour, that's 20 minutes per mile.
I can maybe do that.
Yeah.
Now, if you ask me to walk 2 miles, I will start hurting and asking for a ride. And that is
I
not
feel
a
like if
joke.
you're
Hey,
relatively
nothing wrong
fit,
with
you
that.
can go under 15-minute mile. Maybe that's just me though.
No, yeah, definitely. It's like not as long as you think it is, but like
Yeah,
you
I
think
get
like,
that a
oh, a
lot.
whole mile, but
Person.
Patrick, you're dropping the ball on this one, dog. I'm just being
Yeah.
real with you.
No, dude, I think he's stalling, bro.
balls
find the
have
right
been
output.
dropped.
We saw it pulled up. Could just
For
screen
the
shared
record,
it
I
in
did not see it.
Discord. Well, it's on stream, not on Discord.
That would make sense.
Oh yeah, I could definitely do that simultaneously. Hold on. Gotta find
How
out.
can you see
why.
that?
I have his Twitch pulled up.
That would also make sense.
You know, I'm being an active moderator in my guys' chat. And also, Patrick, so this is your mom in Twitch chat, right? Mick
Yes.
Killian? Okay. Making
Damn.
sure.
Hang on,
She
Kelly.
said I was special, so I'm very happy.
I saw that. Yeah, I was gonna notify you that too.
I need to figure out my Twitch password.
I remember it. It's
Oh yeah.
PASSWORD123.
Okay, there we go. Now I got it right. Okay. And you said it would be easier to screen share it as well. Let's see.
For us in the Discord, so we can hear while not hearing our own voices.
Right, yeah, so you can mute the okay.
Stream, yeah.
Let me go live with that.
Let me click watch stream in the Discord for those of you who are new.
And then turn off that.
I didn't mean any
Gonna
comments.
mess up our cameras.
Okay, there we go. And I'll just leave the
I'm
cameras
not
on.
touching a single button because I know if something's gonna go wrong.
Okay, alright. Everybody good?
Yep,
Yes, sir.
I am.
Yep.
There's no audio
Can't hear it?
in Discord. It's on stream, but not on.
There we go. Same mistake again.
Is this all it is? Just background music and stitching there and we'll stream?
That's it! That is it!
It's how long is this?
Not long. Thank God.
Oh, I'm watching it now. Okay. What was I doing?
Dude, you invented Fortnite dancing.
I
Oh,
did.
justice.
I have so many questions.
I have no answers.
All right, question number one.
Yeah.
Where did this wheelchair come from? How did we acquire this chair of wheels?
Yeah, that's true.
I think my
think I
dad
know
got
this
it from
one.
Bolt Collection.
No, I don't know this one.
Understandable. Second question. Handicap training day. Assuming that's training for handicap. So are we training to become handicapped or to take care of the handicap?
You know, that's a very good philosophical question. I think that the film would directly answer throughout the character arcs, but I think overall it's a battle of becoming handicapped and then training to deal with said handicapped.
Oh, I was gonna
Just
say
for a
like
day.
any,
You're just
I
training
was
for
gonna say
one
like
day.
But it's up to
Yeah.
interpretation, you know. It's up to interpretation.
like any good film, it's up for audience interpretation.
Exactly, and we're actually coming out with a prequel to show how the handicap became handicap. So it'll be something interesting, you know.
It's just footage of one of us getting.
They
run
don't
over
have
by
a
car.
name. They're just the handicap.
The
yeah,
handicap.
yeah, it's like a superhero
handicap.
title.
The whole prequel is just going to be like a
Okay.
10-second clip of him just getting like hit by a car, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
It's the
like
old
what it's probably gonna
iPhone
be.
video of like the car rolling in.
Yep.
But it's gonna be like the most anticlimactic like car accident ever. It's gonna be like 3 miles an hour. Not even. It just taps you, fall over, break your leg.
You're still sharing your screen.
Oh, really? It must be awkward for you guys.
Yeah.
Cricket noise.
How'd the stream go? Oh, you didn't rate it. Okay.
Oh.
Discord is trying to get feedback, and you said nope.
1 out of 5 stars.
It's funny.
Probably the highest review that it would ever
You know,
get.
looking back on that after like however many years we did that, like it was funnier when we did it.
Oh, way
We
funny.
had
I
nothing
think
better to do.
Oh,
yeah, no. That was one day well spent for sure.
Will that clip make like the family reunions and like the weddings?
I hope
Like,
so.
because that's how we're gonna judge these
If
things.
I
Like,
have
if
a
they
say-
make the weddings.
If I have a say in it, it will. For sure.
Oh yeah.
For all video type of stuff. For,
Fourth
like, a
question:
wedding, I think you would do that.
Did anyone learn to do a wheelie on said wheelchair?
It was definitely attempted. I don't know if anyone.
Because
might.
if not, we can do handicap
Make that happen.
training day wheelchair edition, and I can come and train you guys to do a wheelie in a wheelchair.
Wait, you already know how?
Oh, of course.
Been
In a
trained the
wheelchair.
Yeah.
How did you acquire this skill?
Huh.
Okay, so
art. Years of practice.
sometimes there's just wheelchairs floating around houses, and sometimes you
Sometimes.
just always fight over
Naturally.
that seat. And naturally, when you're sitting in the seat, you have ADHD and you have to do something. So then you just try to balance and do wheelies. And it's very fun. And then eventually, you just don't leave the chair. And you have new people enter the house. And for like 2 hours, I don't leave a chair. And they finally see me stand up. And they're like, and they totally think that you're like, you can't walk. But you just cough out the wheelchair like, what's up, dude?
It's a miracle. Wow, interesting. That was very specific too. Is that experience?
No, I've
It's
never
like
done
a
it before.
con artist backstory.
That was very specific for never doing it before.
That's how you became addicted to con artistry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm glad you have a plan in case you ever do come across a wheelchair.
So the day the world stopped turning, how do you feel about that?
The day that it did?
Yep.
What day was that?
I'm not.
I
Oh,
must
you
have, I
know,
must
the
have missed
day.
it. I must have slept through that. Yeah.
You don't
Slipped
remember
through
the day
sliding
the
into
world
a
stopped
wall.
turning?
I remember the day that music died, but
By the way,
Yeah.
February 3rd. February 3rd,
Well, it's
Oh, yeah.
February 3rd.
the day the music died.
oh, that's right. Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
1959.
Can you say it again?
The day the music died was February 3rd. I think it was 1959. It was.
Did they say it like that?
I don't know. That's just
Okay.
what the song's based off of.
Oh, okay. I think Patrick got it. That's all.
Yeah, I have no clue what's happening.
Yep.
What, the song
Don't worry.
reference? American
Nope.
Pie?
Yeah, American Pie was
I know that.
based
I know
off
the
of that
event.
day.
Yeah, the plane crash with, I can't remember the guy's name that died. But
Buddy
it was a
Holly,
Really, yeah,
Richie
Buddy Holly, that's
Valens.
right.
Mhm.
Big Bopper. Come on, man. Music history.
Dude, I love
101.
Big Bopper.
Big Bopper.
Big Bopper, I barely know her.
Ah, dang, you beat me to the punchline.
Well, do you guys have any? I know Patrick's really into this. I'm pretty sure you guys are in the clan. I was curious if you guys have any Clash of Clans experience.
Yes.
Is it both of you? Are you guys both in that clan?
Yes, I
think
am.
so.
What's your all's names in that clan?
I think mine is Schmeatball.
Meatball.
I forgot mine because like I've been in that clan for like I don't even know how long, 12 years now, but I haven't even been on the Clash of Clans app in like 11 years. So like I don't know.
Don't even know your name.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
still
I
used to grind it back in the day for sure.
Yeah, like we would go like so hard.
Oh yeah.
I never got anywhere. I was only like a town hall.
No, yeah,
7.
we'd make no progress, but we'd still yeah.
Exactly. Like literally, just the other day, I just went back on it for fun because I was like, let's see what's going on. I forgot I forgot what I did with like my entire base,
Yeah.
and then just that day, I upgraded to a town hall level 9.
Oh,
After so
really?
many years, I just got to
Yeah,
that.
you probably freaking pressed upgrade like 3 years ago, and that's how long they take now.
No, I actually knew you were online though, Nick, because one of the recent updates that had just come out actually allows the clan leader to see everyone's activity. So I could
Ooh.
see within a week time. Like if you're inactive for
Mm.
more than a week, it just says last on more than a week ago. But I could see if you were on that same day or a couple of days ago, it'll tell me now. So it's
But
pretty
is Sniffy
interesting.
still in that clan?
He's
Are we
still
talking about
he
the same
was
clan?
he was recently active too, not that long ago. So
Sniffy, if you're out there, thank you for carrying the load.
yeah,
for like
thank
10
you for
years.
carrying us during our AFK period of like
him
2 or
him
3
and his
years.
like 5 accounts he had.
Yeah, seriously.
God.
You should.
Wait, what's
He's
that guy's
the real
name? Sniffy or
Sniffy.
Sniffy,
He's
that's
the
right.
he's the co-leader in that clan
Like-
just because he's well deserving of it.
Imagine that's just like, I don't know, one of our coworkers or something, and he like
Yeah, we like
we
know
have
him
no
in real
idea.
life. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be so funny.
Oh
Just this beast. He's got his second life on Clash of Clans.
oh yeah.
He had like 3 or 4 accounts as well, all named
he had-
Sniffy,
He had
like
them. They
1
were
through
like
4.
Sniffy, Sniffy 2, Sniffy
And he
3,
has like a
Sniffy 4.
dozen kids in the clan as well, like nephews
Yeah,
and
he was like-
nieces and all that.
Yeah, he was like an adult who like had his family in it.
Yeah.
We were just like casually chatting about it.
Got
and
them
then
got them
freaking-
addicted young.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was to train them to be esports pros.
Train the
Clash of
family.
Make this whole like dynasty of Clash of Clans pros. That's funny.
While we're on the Clash of Clans topic,
Mhm.
I have a question directed towards the 3 penals. On April 24th, 2020, a Discord got created called Clash of Clans. In this chat, we had someone say, "My cock." Then LOL, laughing, crying emoji. That was April 24th, 2020.
I want my words.
Starting
stricken
April
from the record.
27th, 2020, I joined this Discord. Since then, I am the only one to message in this Discord.
Yep.
Why do you hate
And
me?
this one
To
or
be
the
fair.
Clash of Clans one?
The Clash of Clans one,
Clans.
man. No one talks to me.
To be fair,
Like
I
I
created
said,
that.
I downloaded Discord and like never went on it.
Yeah. Well, I
you,
only
you
created
did.
that.
You did in April 24th, 2020. That's all I'm saying.
No, I did create that with the intention of hopefully getting anyone who we didn't have like contact with, such as Sniffy, into like some form of communication for any kind of clan war leagues or anything like that. But no
That
one
didn't
else
work,
ever
Strauss.
joined.
You're a
never,
bad clan leader,
never
man.
came to fruition. Yeah.
Man,
Need to
I don't
work
even
on
think.
network.
Is that like a separate server?
Dang, you didn't even get invited to the server.
Dude.
I'll invite you. I'll invite you. I send you that link.
Thanks, bro.
Oh, there's
knew
no
you
way
were
I
already-
did not invite you.
Patrick looks so
I knew
stunned.
you were already
Definitely
upset, so I
did.
didn't want to.
Yo,
Okay.
what's up, Sugar
Oh my God.
Thank you for joining.
after 2 years.
Midway through the
Here I
podcast, we all
am.
just switched to the Clash of Clans channel. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
There we go.
Oh.
Feels good.
Yo.
Just the Baron is the logo now. That's funny.
Glad we could revive that channel.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any questions, Patty, that you want live on recording for your cousins here?
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna take a look at the ones that we had pre-written because it's all scripted.
Oh man.
Uh,
Wait, what page of the
Word
People
for
Doc
word.
are we on?
It's just on text message.
Oh shit, I'm on the wrong script.
I guess we could touch
I'm on
upon.
handicap training day.
All right, all right. You
script.
can ask the questions. We'll do a round table, I guess.
Let's do music. Can
Oh man.
can I get music for
died.
200?
Okay.
I gotta interject really fast before
Yeah.
you do. This was inspired last night whenever Marco was asking us about. I don't know if they know Marco or not, but anyway, this guy named Marco, he was asking
I
us
know of
about
Marco.
what our
Just a guy.
favorite songs.
He poloed.
So that I gotta give credit to him for that question. So please go ahead.
Oh yes, yeah.
I'm gonna be
Question
going on a
sponsored by
rant.
Marco. So, yeah, so the specific question written down here is if you all are into country music similar to what I'm interested in, but obviously I have a lot
That is
more
a general
generic.
curiosity of mine.
Nick, you
Yeah.
go first.
I love country music. I mean, that's
Yeah.
really
Dude,
all I gotta
yes.
say. Like, like going to like parties with like the family. That's the only music we would really play. So it was
Yeah,
like
growing up, yeah.
always listening to it then, and then like listening to it in the car with like my parents driving around. It was like the only thing I really listened to
That's cool.
until like more recently when I started doing like musical theater.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Oh yeah.
All
Oh
right.
yeah.
Okay. Good answer. I like that answer, but
Good
I'm gonna have a more
answer. Good
complicated
answer.
Good job, Chief. Good
Change
job.
that family food title to Family Feud. Let's get it here.
All right, so I'm gonna take the longest possible time to answer your question.
All
Do I
right.
like country music? Oh, maybe it won't be that long. In short, yes. But okay, here's what I have to say.
I love the preface.
Here's what I have to say. I I like country music, but I have since, maybe not on purpose, distanced myself from it because I like country music. Like I like 80s, 90s country music. And
Mm.
I think up until like I like country music from like 90s up until I want to say maybe like 2014, 2015. That's when it stopped capturing my attention with it because I think it just got too pop and
Yeah.
it's not my scene. So like up until like that 2014, 2015 period, I want to say like I still listen to music like between that area, but like I haven't really listened to anything in the past like 7 years. Or like I have,
Hmm.
but
You
like
listen to
nothing that I
anything?
really
Like
like.
no music at all.
No,
This
no,
is
no,
my first time hearing any words.
No, like I like some stuff here and there, country music, but like recent country music, it hasn't been
No,
it.
yeah,
Hasn't been
I
it for me.
agree with that because, like, I feel like a lot of music nowadays. I mean, I like the music, but it's not. I can't define it as country at all. Like, I feel like there's
No, it's
very
pop
few
music.
artists that, yeah, exactly, that can be
That's
defined.
what
Like, for
grinds my
example,
gears.
something that like dictates that too is if there's a clap track in the background, not country music. That's a very pop
Auto-tune, like I
attribute.
just
Yeah, auto tune too. But there are a couple good artists that I really like. Like, I just heard a new song from Luke Combs on the radio today. And like that to me resembled because it was a storytelling. It was using really nice acoustics to it. I feel like that to me was good country, country music at its heart and
actually
soul.
the one person that I actually do kind of that I do really like from that's like newer is John Party.
Oh yeah.
I like John Party, but everyone else I like I really don't care
Have
for,
you
to be
heard
honest.
of the country artist? I know I told Alex about this recently, but his name is Jake Blue,
I've never heard of Jake
and
Blue.
the last name is actually spelled BL EAU. So you could actually argue it's Jake
French.
Blow, but I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, he goes by Jake Blue. He actually is the son of my dad's coworkers, and he actually produces professional like country music. And he actually was on the top like 100
Well, tell him to
charts.
quit with the auto tune and the
Yeah,
freaking
no, he's
electronic
actually good.
drums. And
He's good country though, but like, and you want to know how good he is? He's on the top 100 charts for like selling his albums on like iTunes. He's in I think 42nd and 43rd was like Jason Aldean, so he's like up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's no way Jason Aldean's that low. He's like one of the biggest country stars right now.
You'd be surprised. Like it's definitely Look.
Oh,
up him
okay.
up
I'm
at
sorry.
some
I'm
point.
sorry. It's all the pop country people that. Well, he's actually pop country now too.
Yeah,
It's all the
he's
pop
popping.
artists that are at the top of the country list.
But yeah, definitely check out. I recommend Jake Blue to all of you.
I will, because I want to give people. Did you hear my throat gargle?
Yeah, I
heard
was
that,
wondering
yeah.
what that was, dude. I just thought someone just like started throwing up. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I looked over
Okay,
at my
yeah.
drink thinking it was spilling. I'm not gonna lie.
Anyway, I will listen to him because I want to give people a fair shot because I don't want to like categorize or generalize everyone, but like that's just how I feel about country music nowadays.
I agree. Yeah, for sure.
I did it again.
Now, Carson, you're kind of on the same page though. Like you like more
Bluegrass,
country.
I
Yeah,
like
but you don't
bluegrass,
like new
rock
age.
country,
Oh, okay.
old country. I've been finding into my this little hole of I don't really know what genre it is. It's not country, it's not bluegrass, it's
Is
not
it
rock.
outlaw?
It's I don't know how to describe it. I wouldn't think it'd be outlaw. I don't know what that is, but like based on a lot of it, it's a lot of this storytelling, but with more traditional instruments instead of strictly country, like acoustic guitar, standard kit,
Okay.
maybe a bass if you're lucky, but probably not. So like versus this is more just all the instruments you'd have in a normal like just normal band, like any kind of electric instrument. Sometimes even like MIDI instruments, you can tell it's completely computerly mastered, but it has the vibe of the storytelling of like Hank Williams Jr. had, like very much storytelling. So I've been into that rabbit hole somehow, and it's been very good.
I like that kind of music. I like when the music is like actual instruments. So
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that kind of sounds like outlaw. It's like I don't know. It's more of like a Western country sound, maybe.
Some songs are Western, but it's not very common.
Yeah. See, now you were also like born in the heart of country music city, there, Carson, right? Nashville,
Yeah, and I
Tennessee.
hated country growing up because that's all
I
I
remember
heard.
that. I remember that. Yeah, you absolutely despised it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
Ah.
funny.
just bad country music.
Mhm.
Is it
Things that
true that
Carson and I
Nashville
disagree
like
on.
sold out?
Sold out what?
Like Nashville, like the city, like sold out to the music scene, and like it's not like country music anymore. It's just like
Well, you can say that back in I think it was 80s or 70s when everyone's trying to move into Austin, Texas, because like Nashville wasn't country anymore. So Austin, Texas was country music. So that debate's been going on for years, and like now today it definitely still is very different from like country as Nashville, Tennessee, because Nashville now has almost all genres of music in there. Like, and
Yeah.
not really much Nashville
Okay.
as much as like the outskirts of Nashville, like more kind of drifting off towards Memphis. You have crazy pop punk bands and crazy like screamo rock, like this very alternative rock bands come out of Tennessee because they grow up on the older country, so they know how to tell stories, but they just go into a different instrumental route, and it's very interesting.
Interesting.
Tennessee's a cool state. I like it.
Yeah.
I do like Tennessee.
Oh
Been there a
yeah.
couple
That's
times.
what I was gonna say. There's like two things that you and I disagree on. You're, I guess, used to disagree on. I know one of them's still true. Country music and peanut butter.
Yeah,
I love
still hate peanut butter.
You still hate peanut butter?
Hate peanut butter. Hate
Oh,
peanut butter. Hate
no.
peanuts.
Oh
I like
no.
peanut butter.
And Alex, you get down to some Zach Brown band and
Oh yeah, I love it all. I
oh
mean, I'm
yeah.
not as into like it's definitely more selective these days, like Tyler was saying, with certain artists, but there's definitely still some artists today that I enjoy.
Like
Oh
Luke
yeah.
Bryan.
He's okay. I mean, I definitely like Luke Combs. Eric Church is probably my favorite
Oh
overall.
yeah.
I like Eric Church.
He's a good one.
I don't think I'll
Yeah.
ever like not like country. Like country was like like my first love. It was like the first music I listened to. Like it sounds
Yeah,
weird, but
yeah.
like
No, yeah. For
and
me,
it's weird because like I know every lyric to like every song, but like
right.
everyone's like, "Oh, you like country music? Do you like this song that like just came out like 2 years ago?" I'm like, "Sorry, dude, that's a pop song. I don't know it." Like,
No, yeah, for me country music is like I feel like I listen to it more frequently at like certain times of the year, like spring, summer when it's
Yeah.
getting warmer out. I could roll the
Yes.
windows down and I just crank that up. Otherwise, I listen to a lot of other genres. Like most of the time, especially when it's colder out, for whatever reason, I just listen to a lot more classic rock. Like that's what I
Absolutely.
get down to.
Wait, hold up. When it's colder, you listen to classic rock.
That's a
Yeah,
thing.
it just
That's for
feels
sure
more
a thing.
natural, you know?
I need some explanation here.
What I'm wearing, the freaking shirt I'm wearing.
Oh, Talking Heads, yeah, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just like, and like at night, I listen to more of like kind of hip hop rap songs, or like when I'm working out. Like it's just like I just listen to different songs during different or in different environments. You know,
The temperature
Yeah.
thing is just what's confusing me.
temperature. You know,
Wait,
like
so when do
the
you listen
winter
to rock?
doesn't. I mean, it's
Me?
not exclusive to
Yeah.
the winter time. I could still listen to classic rock whenever I just feel like it, but it's just more frequent when it's like winter time. You know.
Well,
This
I
is a
think that,
reoccurring
like,
thing every year.
I think it's like no, like
Oh
country
yeah.
music, like the songs are like slower and they're not as upbeat. And it's like if it's the middle of winter and it's like dark out at 4 o'clock, you don't want to like.
Kind of
It's
get
kind of like
depressed.
depressing, like seasonal depression. Like I'm not
It's-
saying like
Oh, see,
country
mine's not
music is
seasonal.
depressing, but like yeah, it's year round, right?
Year round.
No, but like what I'm saying is like it like I feel like you'd want to have like a more upbeat kind of sound when especially when it's like dark out all the time in the middle of winter. Like you don't want to feel like slow and like dragged down and like stuff like that. At least that's how I think about it. Like
So how do we feel about like hoe down, throw down, backwoods revival kind of music? Because that is very, very upbeat. Still very country. It's even more country than country is today,
I'm all for
in my
it.
opinion.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, I
'Cause
don't
to
find
me-
myself listening to hoe down, throw down music in the middle of winter.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
Interesting. Well, like for me, country is like something that happens in a county where you don't have cities, you just have counties. And it's like today's country music, you still have like that party pop scene, which is huge in those like county cities, that type of deal. But to me, I like the more folksy, hoe down, throw down revival. Very like these are just people who met at a campfire, started playing music. That's the kind of country I'm into, and a lot of that is very upbeat.
I like
Yeah.
that stuff. I feel like I'm not very familiar with it, but like I know people who are like crazy about it, and I feel like I would like it. That almost kind of reminds me of more of like an indie type scene.
Yeah, it is. It's like it's way more indie. I agree with that.
It's like it's not like indie music. Well, I guess it is indie music, but it's not like what you would think of as indie music. It's just kind of like I don't know, just exactly what you said. People sitting by a campfire just jamming.
Yeah, it has the same vibe but different sound. It has your
Yeah,
original country sound, but the vibe of indie music. The perfect way to put it.
Do you like folk music?
Yeah, like that's definitely a part of it.
Okay. I mean, I know a little folk.
Folk and indie share a lot of similarities, depending on like where you go inside each genre.
I've never heard of it. I mean, I'd be interested to listen to it, but I've never like I don't think I've heard a song like what you're talking about.
I will go through
Like,
my like
what's the name of it?
songs. No,
What's
it's
like
so I don't
maybe,
really
like, a
listen.
song?
I don't listen to songs in the way of like most people listen to songs. Like I go through Spotify and just do like radios based on songs or based on artists. And so like
Yeah, it's a
last
good way to do
year,
it.
I listened to I think over 5,000 different artists all year.
I
It's like
listen to
I'm
like
bouncing around
400.
all over different people. And so I don't know songs. I just like, oh, this is a cool song. I like it on Spotify. And Spotify's algorithm will throw that in randomly into different radios I'm listening to. So I have to go back to my liked songs and like actually listen to them. Like, oh, this is this song. 'Cause I know the sound, but not the name.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you on that.
Cool,
That's
cool.
actually a really great point you bring up because when I first started using Spotify, like I would like listen to like all the music I listened to and then it would come up with the algorithm and then it would only feed me that same music. So I would get stuck in this endless loop of only listening to the same artists and the same songs. And I'm like, I don't even want to like listen to my Spotify anymore because I'm listening to the same 100, 200 songs. Like I don't know, just the way that algorithm works, like I don't know, I just noticed that and like I don't know, it gets very repetitive the way they
Have
work it.
you heard of the Discovered Weekly playlist that Spotify does for you?
I've seen it on there before, never bothered to check it out.
Okay, so what that does is it takes like all the music you listen to, and it will find usually artists you've never heard of. Sometimes it'll be artists just the songs you haven't listened to, but none of the songs you'll ever heard before. And it puts in a playlist that comes out every Sunday, and you just listen to it. So like right now, my Spotify Discover Weekly is almost entirely just funk because it doesn't understand what I like. So it's just taking every genre, mashing it up into one, and sending me songs. And you can find some bangers in there. You also find a lot of this like someone made this in GarageBand in a garage with no AC, and I'm like, dude, this is just a dog trash. Like,
Yeah.
but it's a cool
I'll
thing.
definitely
Like,
have to like.
the more you like venture out there on Spotify, the algorithm tries to like, okay, he's kind of feeling this vibe. And sometimes I do get stuck, or like you're just throwing me the same songs every time. Then so I have to go out and like find something completely left field to try to like pull it back into like giving me new music.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out because that could definitely be useful. Because I can't tell you how many times I've heard like just the same song over and over again. Because like I just listen to Spotify and Spotify just feeds me the same loop of songs.
Yeah.
And
I don't use
that's
it that
completely
often.
fine too. And those people, that's how majority of people listen to music.
I mean, like
Whenever I hear a new song or play a song on Spotify, that usually the next few songs that it gives after are like suggested songs, like you're saying, Carson. They're usually pretty good, so I definitely like that feature. Yeah.
there's probably how many like artists on Spotify that like
Oh God,
you don't
so
know of.
many.
Yeah.
Like it's really simple to like. Apple is a lot harder to get your music onto. It's still super easy, but like anyone like you can make a song right now and go upload it to Spotify later this week. Like you don't really have to be
Yeah.
good. So there's crazy
Yeah.
music, and like some of the ways like you claim your artist name is like weird. So like a lot of people share the same artist name. Like Western Spaghetti has like several different artists like in that same one. So they listen to completely different music under the same name. Like this is kind of broken. But
Yeah.
eventually it sorts itself out once you get big enough, have enough monthly listeners, and you don't get paid enough, and then Twitter comes at you, and then Spotify's canceled, and Joe Rogan saying N words, and oh God.
Yeah.
Oh,
It all
Joe.
goes downhill from there.
Thank God I like have listened to radio before in my life. It's like, who's gonna be listening to radio like within the next 5 years?
I don't know the last time I listened to radio that wasn't NPR, to be honest.
Really?
Dude,
See, I
I
listen
Either
to
mean,
radio
Spotify or
daily.
NPR, that's it.
I don't even use
Like-
Spotify. I'm old school with the radio.
I only use
Rarely.
Spotify, but sometimes I get sick of it and I just want to listen to radio because I completely 110% do not have control over what the next song is, and I like that.
Right? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the kind
Like,
of
because
appeal
if I
have,
look
yeah.
on my Spotify before I go for a drive or whatever, if I go down to work and it takes me 20 minutes to drive to work, I'm gonna know what songs are coming up next.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
I could skip, I could let it play, like and then there's that loop of I get fed the same songs and stuff, and I don't know. I just mean like I can't remember the last time I listened to radio, like
Interesting.
that I
that.
consistently listen to. It sounds silly because we're not that old. I mean,
No.
Yeah.
No, I agree though. I love the radio just for its randomness. Like today I had it on my way home from work and AC/DC came on. I cranked it up like double the volume and I ended up going 20 miles per hour faster. I mean, it happens, but
yeah, right.
like it's still it was a good time because it was that adrenaline of, oh, it's a good song that, because I mean, there's often good songs on the radio, but I mean, it's nice to have that randomness, At least I prefer that.
I
Yeah.
also don't
Sometimes you
listen to
get the
country
radio.
radio.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I would. Do you guys even have like that many country radio stations up there?
we
There's the one I know of.
there's
Yeah.
one that I know of, and it barely
There's
plays
definitely
any
more than
country.
one, I think. See,
Like
that's the problem. I don't listen to country radio because it's not at least the country I like anymore. Like I
Right,
listen to
yeah.
country music on my Spotify because I know I can go pick a song from the 1990s and I know it's going to be country I like.
Yeah, that's the problem with the one and only country radio station that we actually get clear is just it doesn't play. I mean, it might play country on the weekends, I've noticed, but during the weekday, yeah, it's all pop,
That's the thing I was
but
going to
with an
say. Like,
accent.
I don't know.
Actually,
if-
wait, so is this actual pop or just country pop?
It's country pop,
country
but
pop.
like
Okay,
it's
okay.
so country pop that it's like it.
Yeah, I understand. I
It's
was
pop
wondering.
music,
I didn't know if
like-
you meant literally only played pop or it's bullshit country music.
No, yeah, no, it's
Sometimes there are
bullshit.
some songs that are like actual pop.
Yeah, sometimes they do just play straight up pop, yeah. And then it's like today's best country. It's like, what?
No.
Most of the time, I don't know how pop songs are so pop. Like, why are these songs popular? You know, especially
I
with
Right?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what pop music is. It's just popular music.
yeah.
right, but I don't
Like
understand
classic
why.
rock was pop music in the 70s.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then we have
There's a
this
lot of
one
normies out there.
we have this one radio station that I swear played the same 10 songs just over and over and over
Yeah,
again.
it's country radio.
Drives you maddening, you know? But it's the popular songs of today. That were
That's
also
you know what I think is about like the popular music nowadays? Like it's popular because the songs nowadays, at least I think, aren't very human. Like they're made for TikTok and they're made for streams and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they catch your
Mm.
attention for 30 seconds. You use them in a video, you share the video across different platforms. Like that's why country has gotten so pop because they can actually appeal to a broader audience. You could play the music on more than one radio station and more than one type of people will like it.
not to mention it's like stadium music. Like when they're making it for a stadium crowd. Like they're making it to be I mean, I don't know if anyone's seen this was probably years ago now, but Bo Burnham, he's
Yeah.
done a couple of songs on how music in its decline and like into stadium music and
I
as you
just
put
feel
it,
like it's
TikTok
getting less
music.
human. Like there's
Mm.
less
The less
actual
human part is
instruments
really
and stuff.
confusing me. Like, what do you mean by less human?
Like when you could press a button and a computer will play a song for you. Like you have an electronic drum loop, you just have like filler backtracks and or like backing tracks and stuff, and like it's not like
I see.
not like you can
Interesting.
hear drums, you could hear a
Yeah.
guitar, you can hear a synth or keyboard, you could hear vocals. Like I feel like pop music I hear nowadays is like vocals. And don't get me wrong, like there are some
Okay.
great pop artists and like great pop songs out there. I just don't listen to all of them. Like a lot of times I think it's like attractive vocals and the rest is filled by a computer.
Okay.
Like
No,
I
I
can't pick
understand
out
now.
like an instrument.
So that isn't so much the lack of like physical instrument, that's just rush producing. So I know a lot of like
It's
people who
overproduced.
do really good mixing to where there's one person making an entire song with like 20 different instruments in the song and you can hear every single one of them perfectly because they're great at what they do. This one person using a laptop can make an entire orchestra sound amazing.
That's
So it's
true
more
too,
so
yeah.
like if you're in the pop music, the pop culture, who's just like being pushed out music for money, music equal monkey, music
Exactly.
equal money,
Music
you get
go
this
monkey.
garbage. Music go monkey. But if you go into like the people who just love music, then like you find some very crazy stuff with
Yeah.
the machine
sure.
computer music.
There's definitely some underrated artists out there too that do that I think that yeah, like you said, they have some pretty hefty talent.
Yeah, but like about that point, I know just off the like useless knowledge in my head, off the top of my head, one of the guys who founded the band Boston, their entire debut album was only him. He did all the instruments and then brought on someone to do the vocals, and he did every single song, the entire album, by himself. But it like, and it was like produced and mixed that way. It still sounds like rock music. It doesn't
Yeah.
sound
I
like
didn't
pop.
I didn't know that. That's cool to know.
I think Paul McCartney did that too with a Christmas song. You know, the one that's like simply having a good time
Wonderful.
or
Christmas Time, I
wonderful,
think
yeah,
that's the one.
wonderful,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he actually
A Wonderful Christmas Time, I think it is.
yeah, he played all the instruments for that, did the vocals and choreographed it all. He soloed that.
Do you know who Tame Impala is?
Yeah,
I've heard of them.
Yeah, that's just like one guy, and like no one really knows that. But that's just like the same thing of what's one guy.
Yeah, I see.
just
I said
mixing
them.
good
I
music.
didn't know. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
think like it has to. It's like bad, but it's just like for a different crowd, for a different feel. I mean, like I don't know. I just feel like I like hearing all the different instruments.
Yeah.
No,
And
I
feel
agree
like
with you.
in some respect it's becoming even more almost too human in the sense that it feels like a lot of like the big record labels are like almost freaking putting funds into just like studying like neuroscience and how humans react to music in order to profit from that. Like
I
just
wouldn't be
trying to,
surprised.
not to create any large conspiracy theories or anything, but I mean, I know that that's something that's done a lot with neuromarketing and like getting retailers getting customers to try kind of like gain appeal for their product and all that.
It'd be dumb if they weren't doing that.
Right, yeah.
Well,
So during that discussion, we did hear Patrick bring up when ACDC came on, he started speeding, which is not a good thing to do.
Right, allegedly.
What cars do Nick and Tyler drive?
Ah, yeah.
Good question. Nick, you could go first. You go first.
Hey, so I drive a 2011 Subaru Impreza Outback Sport. It's one of the longest names I've ever heard on a car.
I'm now Googling that.
Yeah,
Go
so-
ahead.
Subaru, what'd you say? Impreza?
Impreza Outback Sport.
Apparently, Imprezas and Outbacks are
They're two separate cars,
the
but
same car?
this
I don't know.
this model, for
It's
some
a
reason,
baby.
they instead of just naming it the Sport, they named
Yeah.
it the Outback Sport because it was a
Hmm.
package.
So where's the Impreza come
Ah.
in?
The Impreza, the model is the Impreza, but the package is the
Mm.
Outback Sport.
The
What
Impreza was the
color is
mother.
it?
The Outback
Mine
was
is
the father.
it's the two-tone silver, so it has like the dark silver and the light
see.
silver, like across the wheels.
Ooh.
Is it
You're gonna
fully
get
stock?
Nick talking on a tangent about cars the way I was with music.
Yeah.
I
I
was
wasn't
all
even
here. I
done.
could tell.
Yeah.
But is it fully stock, or are you all customizing it
The only thing I've done to it so far is tinted the windows, and that's it.
beyond the legal limit?
No, the exact
Good
legal
job.
limit. So like
Good job.
35%, I think it is.
We like that.
Yeah. I wish I could do more to it though.
One day you will.
Hopefully, but like I have a bunch of friends who like have nice cars. One of my friends has a WRX STI, which is like Subaru's most powerful car.
Dang, big baller over there.
Yeah, it's all black. The windows are tinted to like the darkest possible of like 5%,
Ooh.
and it like has all
That's
like the
like a
red
car.
badging on it, so it like looks like it has that
Ooh,
black
black
red
and
like
red.
tone.
Interesting.
That's really nice. And anytime I say I want to do anything to my car, he just laughs because he thinks it's stupid to do anything to a car like that.
That
Yeah.
sounds like an STI owner. That sounds like
exactly.
an STI owner.
But why can't? But how come you can't do it to your car, but he could do it to his?
Because he's
Because
STI, bro.
my car isn't sporty enough. It's not
Oh, it's
meant
not
for
cool
sport
enough.
kind of stuff.
Doesn't cost enough.
I said I wanted to put more power into my car. Like my car is 170 horsepower stock. I said I would want to go up to maybe 250, like maybe limit, so that I don't like do any more and my car doesn't blow up when I'm driving it on the highway going like 60 miles an
Yeah.
hour.
Oh, see now
And then
that's the fun
he
part.
said he would help me, and I said, all right, that sounds good. And then like a month later I said, hey, I want to start like doing this stuff to my car, and he started laughing at me, and I was just like, okay.
Some friend you got.
Some friend.
And see, I think it's funny because Subaru driver will say something like that, and I'm still gonna outrun you in my car.
Not his car. Not his car.
Yeah, I have
You-
a silver 2004 BMW X5.
Ooh.
So basically, it's a tank that you drive through the Alps when you go skiing.
Oh, those SUVs are nice. I like the look of those a lot.
Ooh, yeah.
I like the newer looks of those ones. Like the newer model of that one looks
Yeah,
probably the best.
they do look pretty good.
But his like the doors are so heavy. Like if you were to take it and like somebody didn't know like the model of the car and like how heavy it was, and they tried to pull the door open, they'd struggle pulling it.
By the way, I just got my doors fixed because my two front doors wouldn't open.
Oh, really? See, that seems like a problem.
Are you like
Would you
Dukes
have-
of Hazarding that
I got
bitch?
him
Or like
Climb through the windows.
No, I had to. I went in through the back, reached over, popped open the front door, yeah, and then pulled it open.
That's funny.
Anyway, yeah,
Nice.
my car is like it's an SUV that drives like a sport vehicle. So like
Mhm.
it's like super heavy, super powerful, but it's a bigger car. I don't know. It's really good in the winter. It has a lot of relatively a lot of power, I guess. But the doors really heavy. Kind of why I call it a tank. the steering, like it's power steering, but it's so much heavier than like another person's steering wheel. Like I could probably turn someone else's steering wheel with my pinky, but then people try to like turn my steering wheel and they need like both arms to like yank it over. It's just like a super heavy car.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, none of your bearings are lubed. You're just grinding shit in there. You think it's heavy, but actually it's just fucking everything up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it. I mean, it's a 2004. You're almost 20 years old with that car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
it's what, 18
My
now?
yeah, my first car. So like the car that I drive now is my second car because I decided
What
to sell my.
happened to the first? Okay.
Okay, so nothing happened to the first car. I was
There's
just like,
nothing wrong
hey,
with the first car.
no, it was like almost mint condition. It had like 80,000 miles, and it was a 2000 model. So it was a 2000 Chevy Blazer, and those things are like
Okay.
really those things are like nice. My dad got it for me for my first car, 4-wheel drive. It was nice in the snow, and I could
Where did
switch
you-
between 2-wheel and 4-wheel drive with
Where'd
that
you
thing.
find a 2000 with 80,000 miles on it?
I don't know how he
pretty
did
damn
it, but
good.
it
That
was
is an
nice.
insane find.
It was nice.
Our dad
But,
knows how to work on cars, so he just knows people who know how to work on cars, so,
Yeah.
and that have cars.
But when I first got it, I was like, "This is nice." But then, like when I started getting more into cars, I was like, "Hey, maybe I want to upgrade into something better, a little newer." And then I sold that car, bought the one that I have now, and like in between, or like a little before I bought the new car I have, I also wanted a project car to work
Oh
on.
lord.
So
Technically, car number
Oh,
2 is actually
Lord.
car number 3.
car number
Yeah.
2 is car number 3, because now sitting in our driveway next to our garage is a 1997 Mitsubishi 3000 GT.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking it is.
It's a nice car. It's not like the most powerful version of it, but it's a nice looking car.
Okay, yeah, I've seen a couple of those actually in Wilmington here. Those are cool.
Like, but ever since like we got it, I've only like done a few things to it because like it needed a lot of work. It wasn't running properly. The coolant was
AKA
splashing
Project
everywhere.
Car.
Yeah. I was gonna say, looks all it really has going for it. Because I remember you pulling up to my house one day in that, and I was like, "What's taking him so long?" I saw you like circling your car. I go out there to check on you, and I just see a pool of liquid underneath the car, just continuously leaking out. And you're like, I think something's wrong.
Found out a week later that the fuel pump like exploded
Yeah.
on my way
Oh,
there.
no.
So all the gas was just leaking as I was driving up to their
Yep.
house. And then there's still a stain, I think, out in the road,
Oh,
like
probably,
outside
I
of your
don't
house,
doubt it.
of
Yeah,
just, like a
probably.
gas stain.
Yeah.
It was probably the funniest thing that happened to me with a car. Just
Yeah.
like the whole fuel pump exploded, and then I went to go pick it up, and they were like, "You probably want to sell this thing."
Yeah.
Yeah.
They suggested I sell it because of how bad it was.
Interesting. But it'll be sick one day.
Hopefully, because
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to take the engine out and put a different one in there,
God.
make it a little more powerful. Because right now it has the same amount of power as my regular car.
But it looks faster, therefore
It
it
looks
is.
faster. It has
All
a
a
sport
mental game.
mode, so you know
It's also
fast.
red, and his Subaru is silver, so it automatically has like a 5% aero increase, probably.
That's
Actually, it
true.
does
just
have
with the
more
color
aero
alone.
because of how slim it is in the wing on
No,
the
no,
back.
I'm not talking about the body type. I'm just saying the color. The color's faster.
Yeah.
The
The
color
5%
makes it
speed buff.
Yeah. Habanero hot.
Yeah. It's like the official name.
Yeah.
Mitsubishi. I like it.
Mitsubishi Habanero.
That'd be a cool car. That'd be a
Hmm.
cool car name.
Habanero's red?
I
I
don't.
think so.
Are they orange?
I thought
And
they
yellow?
were green.
Either orange or red.
I don't know. I'm colorblind.
I don't think that's true.
No, it's
All right,
Yeah,
what
I'll
color are
go
those
with
lights?
it.
in
Wait. So Wikipedia tells
Red.
me unripe habaneros is a hot variety of chili. Whoa, my brain just skipped a line. Unripe habaneros are green. They color as they mature. The most common color variants are orange and red. But
So
the fruit may also be white, brown, yellow, green, or purple.
So you have a very mature-looking fast car.
I guess.
It's 25 years old this year. It's a classic vehicle in Connecticut.
I don't have to go
Stupid
to.
rule.
I don't have to go to emissions with it anymore.
Hey, oh yeah,
So it'll probably blow up.
I forgot to do emissions. I gotta pay the late fee now.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is
I'm gonna
that?
start
Is
a
that,
GoFundMe.
like, is that the equivalent of paying like your tags for your car, or would you say admissions?
Emissions,
emissions.
yeah. Is that just
I
a
think
Connecticut?
it's-
It's probably
It
just a
might
Connecticut
be a
thing.
state.
Louisville,
Connecticut
Kentucky
loves
doesn't
to
have it.
tax everything.
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
Yeah,
Just
so, like,
imagine,
emissions-
imagine you own something, it gets taxed, no matter what it is.
By the way,
You mean an
leaving
Xbox?
Connecticut tax
no.
and a death tax.
What'd you say about
There's a
tax?
leaving Connecticut tax and there's a death tax in Connecticut.
Well,
That's
aren't there death taxes everywhere?
I don't know, but it sounds ridiculous.
Well, I think it's an estate tax, but it just so
Probably.
happens that when you die, you have to transfer your entire estate to someone else, and that transfership is what Warren
But
said.
the reason you died is because you were taxed to death.
It's very
Yeah.
poetic. Very poetic.
Anyway.
Anybody else? Anybody else have any burning questions before we wrap this thing up?
I mean, I think we touched on everything. I mean, one of them was like, "What's Connecticut like?" I could sum that up by saying it was 65 degrees today, and it's gonna snow tomorrow. So, I mean,
Yeah.
take that for what it is. Like,
Beautiful. Sound like we
Uh,
just got some perspective on the taxes there too. So that's all
oh
we need.
yeah, much taxes.
Anything you
wow.
could think of, there's a tax for it. Like, don't even have to bother telling you what we.
There's
have
even
taxes
taxes
for. Everything
for
just taxed.
taxes. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
how
I
nice.
mean, I
You
definitely
guys
just
have an
made that
income
up.
tax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You have an
Yeah.
income tax.
Tennessee
Okay.
doesn't. Tennessee does not.
Oh.
But Kentucky and North
They
Carolina
get
do.
tax, though,
We
yeah.
surrender like 40% of our paycheck.
Basically, yeah.
Whew.
I don't have a job right now, so I wouldn't know.
That's true.
Hey, no job, no tax.
No taxes. Yeah, you can chalk that up to a win.
That's
Aw.
funny.
Can't wait for the IRS to audit me.
Fun fact: last year I paid 0 Connecticut state taxes because my W-2 got fucked up.
Same. Literally
what?
same.
Sounds like clickbait to me.
My W2 got
No, not even.
royally
Paying
fucked.
taxes.
So I didn't get any state taken out. So yeah, same.
Was your social security number wrong on yours?
Oh, I didn't check that.
I don't know. Last year mine was wrong.
Oh, really?
Uh-oh.
That might do it. Yeah. Little identity.
So you didn't
fraud.
make any money in the eyes of the government? You don't. That someone else got bummed with your money.
I don't know, man.
I don't exist. I'm
All I
off the
know is that I
grid.
didn't pay taxes.
So what's the social security number? I had to just check my records.
1-800.
8675309.
Cash now.
0000001.
007.
Well, thanks for coming on the podcast, guys. It was really great having you all on. It's good meeting you all as well.
Thank
Can't
you.
believe this
Good
went
meeting
on
you.
as long as it did.
Yeah, no, an hour and 15
Yeah,
minutes
time
goes
flies,
by
man.
Oh, really?
pretty
That's not bad.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
enjoyed this. I will be back.
Yeah.
Oh, like the Terminator.
Yes.
Loving it.
Plus, I need to put used to like all this stuff I got, the microphone, the camera
yeah.
thing on my phone.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
I heard you wanted to start your own podcast. That'd be.
I'm not
kinda
making any money. See, I was just gonna say I'm not making anything else like that. So I don't know, just an idea. But
Yeah. Cool.
start here. The founding fathers.
Where everyone gets their start.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Breed champions.
We'll have to save this for a different episode, but I just thought of this, Carson. You have to tell
God.
you have to tell your founding father story, like how you were a founding father.
Bonus
At
sneak
UNCW?
peek episode.
This
Yeah.
founding father?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I could rant for hours about that.
Yeah. You'll have to do that next time you're on the podcast. That'd
Oh
be kinda
God.
It's
cool.
prepping
Oh,
the
man.
speech.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Yeah, just think about what you want.
For a teaser, This organization right here no longer exists. Bye, guys.
Well, the founding fathers of the USA might be disappointed in the same way in a few years. Who knows how things have been going? But we'll save that for a future episode as well.
Oh
Russia
yeah.
Ukraine
Alright.
hot takes next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
Alrighty, here
Anyway,
comes the outro music.
Alrighty. Like now?
Peace out.
Okay. Bye.
Goodbye.
This little shine of mine.
I'm gonna let it shine.
This little shine of mine. I'm gonna let it shine.
Let it
Shine, let it shine. Mine, mine,
What is
mine.
going on?
I've been missed the past 2
Let me
hours.
tell you how normal this is.
So long. I was talking to my sister, and I put the volume back on for the party, and I just hear myself having a stroke in real time.
You are brainless. Just be brainless. My mama was a tailor.
moment when it's told
My father was a gambling man. I've been running through the hood. I've been seeing all the good. I've been getting through my sister and I hate mister. I didn't want to say today, but I keep her going down. And I'm gonna keep on going till I'm gone.
Going strong. I'm gone.
How just happened?
What just happened? Kentucky just happened, bitch.
Oh, you little Connecticut.
Take swig from shine. Tunes ukulele or banjo.
Down's entire bottle of whiskey.
Now that puts some hair on my chest.
Now that'll put your hair up. Wait.
That'll put your hair on your head.
Now that'll give you lice.
Sorry, guys. I stopped thinking. Back to the grades. We're now on that too. On finishing first. I don't know what to talk about anymore. I can't
I'm
bullshit anymore.
Ew.
Right
Oh,
now
you
we
got
were
inked.
inked, so the inking is from a blooper. But whenever you hit a boost on Mario Kart, the ink goes away. It's very nice to do that, especially by Mushroom in Reserve. As you see at that time, I cut the corner too close and hit the grass. That grass didn't make my boost go away, but I don't get capitalized on the mini turbos. If you notice, when I picked up those 2 coins, it did not add to 12 points. It stopped me at 10. Because I capped at 10 points, the unique way this game works is that each coin you pick up gets you a slight speed boost. If they had unlimited coins and then not cap at 10, you could just get faster and faster and not be able to be pulled away from second place.
I actually did not know
I
that.
believe the 10 coin cap. Whoa, 10 coin cap is a good
Baby
balance
stroke?
of the game.
Good bounce.